Hey everyone, and welcome back to Nighttime Mics. I'm Sarah, and as always, I'm here with my good friend Mike. How's it going, Mike?
Hey Sarah, I'm doing great though. I'm a little tired. I stayed up way too late last night doing some, well, let's call it research on the internet.
Research, huh? That sounds suspicious. Does this research happen to involve a credit card and a shopping cart?
You caught me. I was totally sucked into the world of online shopping. I started looking for a new pair of running shoes, and 2 hours later, I was looking at specialized kitchen gadgets that I definitely don't need. It's a rabbit hole, Sarah, a total rabbit hole.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. It's so easy to just keep clicking, isn't it? One minute you're looking for a gift for your mom, and the next you're wondering if you need a waterproof notebook for the shower. That's actually a perfect topic for today's episode. We're talking all about online shopping, the good, the bad, and the why did I buy this moments.
I love it, and honestly, I think everyone can relate. Online shopping has completely changed the way we live. I can't even remember the last time I went to a physical mall and spent the whole day there.
Me neither. It feels like a lifetime ago. I used to go to the mall every Saturday with my friends. We'd walk around for hours, try on clothes, and maybe buy one t-shirt. Now, I just do it all from my couch while wearing my pajamas. It's so much more convenient, but I do miss the social part of it sometimes. Do you think we've lost something by moving everything online?
That's a good question. I think we've traded social interaction for convenience. I mean, think about it. If I need a new charging cable for my phone, I can just whip out my phone, tap a few buttons, and it shows up at my door the next day. I don't have to deal with traffic, I don't have to find a parking spot, and I don't have to talk to anyone if I'm having a grumpy morning.
I know those grumpy mornings. But seriously, the convenience is unbeatable. But don't you find it a bit overwhelming sometimes? There are just so many choices. If I search for blue sweater, I get 10,000 results. How are you supposed to choose?
Oh, I totally get that. It's called analysis paralysis, right? When you have too many options, you just can't make a decision. I usually end up opening 20 different tabs in my browser, comparing the prices and the materials, and then I just give up because my brain hurts.
Exactly. And then there are the reviews. I'm a total review addict. I won't buy anything unless it has at least 4 stars and at least 50 people saying it's the best thing ever. Does that influence you a lot, or do you just trust your gut?
I definitely look at reviews, but I've learned to be careful. Sometimes you can tell they're fake, you know? Like if every review is 5 stars and says, "This changed my life. I am a new person because of this toaster." I start to get a bit skeptical. I actually like looking at the 3 star reviews. They usually feel the most honest. They'll say something like, "It works well, but the cord is a bit short." That's the kind of stuff I need to know.
That's a really smart tip. I usually go straight for the pictures. I want to see what the product looks like in a real person's house, not just the professional photos from the company. You know how it is. The photo online looks like a luxury item, and when it arrives, it looks like something from a dollhouse.
Oh man, don't even get me started on the expectation versus reality thing. I once ordered a large beanbag chair online. I was so excited. I imagined myself sinking into it to play video games. When the package arrived, the box was tiny. I opened it and the chair was barely big enough for my cat.
No way! Did you really? That's hilarious. What did you do?
Well, I felt like a total idiot for starters. I had to figure out how to return it, which is the worst part of online shopping. I had to print out a label, find a box that fit, which was ironically hard since the original box was so small, and then drive to the post office. It felt like I was doing more work than if I'd just gone to the store in the first place.
That's the catch, isn't it? It's all click and forget until something goes wrong. I've had some pretty bad luck with clothes. Sizing is so inconsistent between different brands. I'm a medium in one store and an extra large in another. It makes no sense. I've reached the point where I usually order 2 sizes of the same thing and just plan on sending one back.
I've heard a lot of people do that. It's like turning your bedroom into a fitting room, but doesn't that feel like a lot of extra effort?
It is, but it beats driving to the mall. Plus, I love the feeling of getting a package. It's like a little gift to myself, even though I'm the one who paid for it. The dopamine hit when the doorbell rings and the delivery driver is there, it's addictive.
It really is. It's like Christmas every Tuesday. But I've noticed I'm spending way more money than I used to.
When you're at a store, you see the physical cash leaving your wallet, or you see the total on the screen and you have to think about it. Online, it's just one click. It doesn't feel like real money until I check my bank statement at the end of the month. Then I'm like, wait, I spent how much on decorative candles?
I am the queen of add to cart. My cart is always full of things I'll probably never buy. It's like a digital wish list. Sometimes I'll leave things in there for weeks. Occasionally, the company will even send me an email with a discount code to remind me to finish my purchase.
Oh, they're so sneaky. Those marketing algorithms are getting too smart. They know exactly what we want. I'll mention to you that I need a new backpack, and then for the next 3 days, every ad I see on Instagram is about backpacks. It's a bit creepy, honestly.
It really is. It's like our phones are eavesdropping on us. But I have to admit, some of those ads actually work on me. I've come up with a rule for myself now. I have to wait 24 hours before I buy anything from an ad. If I still want it the next day, then maybe I'll get it. Most of the time, I realize I don't actually need it.
That's a solid rule. I should try that. My rule is usually, is it after midnight? If it's after midnight, I'm not allowed to buy anything. My brain just isn't making good decisions at 2 a.m. That's how I ended up with a professional grade egg peeler.
Wait, a professional egg peeler? Mike, why on earth would you need that? You can peel an egg with your hands.
I know. I saw a video of it working, and it looked so satisfying. I thought, this will save me so much time. I've used it exactly once. It took longer to set up the machine than it would have been to peel 10 eggs by hand. It's at the back of my kitchen cupboard, gathering dust.
That is the perfect example of a useless online purchase. We've all been there. I think the problem is that online shopping makes things look so much more necessary than they actually are. The videos, the bright colors, the limited time offers, they really know how to pull us in.
They really do. And there's also the free shipping trap. You know, when you have $30 worth of stuff in your cart, but you need $35 for free shipping. So you spend an extra $10 on something you don't need to save $5 on shipping.
I do that every single time. It's so illogical, but it feels like a win in the moment. I'm not paying for shipping. I'm getting a free pair of socks. Never mind that the socks are ugly and I don't need them.
Exactly. We're basically tricking ourselves. But hey, at least we get to stay in our cozy houses. Speaking of which, have you ever tried those subscription boxes? You know, where they send you a surprise box of stuff every month?
Oh, I tried a beauty box for a while. It was fun for the first few months, getting all these little samples of perfumes and creams. But after a while, I realized I had a huge pile of products I was never going to use. It felt wasteful. I ended up giving most of them away to my sister. Have you tried any?
I tried a snack box from different countries. That was actually pretty cool. Every month, I got a box of chips and candy from places like Japan or Brazil. It was like a little food adventure. But again, after a while, the novelty wore off, and my doctor probably wouldn't have been happy with my sugar intake if I'd kept going.
A snack box sounds much more fun than a beauty box, but that brings up a good point about the environment. All those boxes and all that plastic wrap, it's a lot of waste. Every time I order something small, it comes in a box that's 10 times too big, filled with those plastic air bubbles. I always feel a bit guilty when I'm breaking down the cardboard for the recycling bin.
I totally agree. The environmental impact is huge, not just the packaging, but the carbon footprint of the delivery trucks driving all over the city. I've started trying to select the Amazon Day delivery option, where they group all my orders together and deliver them on one day. It's a small thing, but I guess it helps a little.
That's a good idea. Every little bit counts. I also try to find smaller local shops that sell online. It's a bit more expensive sometimes, but it feels better to support a real person rather than a giant corporation. Plus, the items are usually more unique.
That's true. It's nice to find something that isn't mass-produced, but it can be harder to find those shops. You really have to go looking for them. Most people just go to the big names because it's the easiest path.
It is, and that's the danger. It's so easy to just default to the big names. But I've found some amazing handmade jewelry and home decor on sites like Etsy. It feels more personal. Sometimes the sellers even include a little handwritten note, which I think is such a sweet touch. It reminds you that there's a human being on the other end of the transaction.
I love those notes. I once bought a handmade leather wallet, and the guy who made it wrote a note saying he hoped the wallet would accompany me on many adventures. It actually made me feel more connected to the product. I've had that wallet for 3 years now, and I still think of that note.
See, that's something you'll never get from a big warehouse. It's those little connections that make shopping feel less like a chore and more like an experience. But even with the small shops, you still have to deal with the shipping times. That's the one area where the big guys always win. If I want something today, I have to go to a physical store. If I can wait 2 days, I buy it online.
Patience is definitely a virtue that online shopping is slowly killing. We've become so used to instant gratification. If a website takes more than 3 seconds to load, I get annoyed. If a package takes more than 3 days to arrive, I'm checking the tracking number every 5 minutes.
I'm the same way. I'm like a hawk watching that tracking map. The driver's 3 blocks away. He's at the corner. He's turning. It's honestly a bit pathetic how excited I get. But it's also frustrating when the tracking says delivered and there's nothing on your porch. That's the ultimate heartbreak.
Oh, the package phantom. That's happened to me before. It's usually either at my neighbor's house or the delivery driver hid it behind a bush so well that even I couldn't find it. I once spent 10 minutes looking for a package only to realize it was tucked inside my empty recycling bin.
No way! At least
That's a smart move. I've been lucky so far, but I know people who have lost some pretty valuable stuff. It's crazy that we live in a world where people just follow delivery trucks around to steal boxes.
it really is. It's the dark side of the convenience. But despite the risks and the occasional beanbag chair disaster, I don't think we're ever going back. Online shopping is just too integrated into our lives now. I mean, I even buy my groceries online now.
Groceries too? I haven't tried that yet. Isn't it weird having someone else pick out your fruit? What if they give you a bruised apple or a green banana?
I was worried about that too, but honestly, they're usually better at picking produce than I am. They want to make sure you keep using the service, so they're very careful. It saves me at least 2 hours a week, and I don't end up buying a bunch of junk food while walking down the aisles.
Okay, you might have sold me on that one. The hungry shopping is my biggest weakness. I go in for milk and eggs and come out with 3 bags of chips, a frozen pizza, and some weird seasonal cookies.
Exactly. Online, you just search for what you need, add it to the list, and check out. It's much more disciplined. Well, until you see the recommended for you section at the bottom of the page.
Since you bought broccoli, you might also like double chocolate fudge brownies. Yeah, the algorithms know us too well. They know our strengths, and they definitely know our weaknesses.
They really do. But another thing I've noticed is how much easier it is to compare prices. Back in the day, if you wanted to find the best price on a TV, you'd have to drive to 3 different electronics stores. Now you can use those price comparison websites or browser extensions that automatically find coupons for you.
Oh, I love those extensions. There's one I use that literally pops up at checkout and says, "Wait, I found a better price," or "Here's a 10% discount code." It feels like winning the lottery, even if it's only saving me $5. It's the principle of the thing.
It really is. It's like a little victory over the system. But do you ever worry about security? I mean, we're putting our credit card information into so many different websites. It feels a bit risky sometimes.
Definitely. I try to be very careful. I never shop on public Wi-Fi, like at a coffee shop, unless I'm using a VPN. And I always look for that little padlock icon in the browser address bar. If a site looks like it was designed in 1995, I'm probably not giving them my money.
Good point. And using things like PayPal or Apple Pay adds an extra layer of protection because the store never actually sees your credit card number. I feel a lot safer using those. It's all about being a smart shopper, not just a fast one.
For sure. But even with all the technology, things still go wrong. Have you ever had a shipping fail, like something arriving completely broken?
Oh, definitely. I once ordered a set of ceramic mugs. When the box arrived, I could hear it jingling before I even picked it up. It sounded like a bag of broken glass. I opened it, and sure enough, every single mug was in pieces. They hadn't used any bubble wrap at all, just the mugs in a cardboard box.
That's just lazy. Did you get a refund?
I did, but I had to take photos of the broken pieces and send them to customer service. It was a bit of a hassle, but they were actually really nice about it. They sent a new set right away, and this time they were wrapped so heavily I could barely get the box open.
At least they learned their lesson.
I had a weird one where I ordered a book and received a box of heavy-duty light bulbs instead. I called them up and they told me to just keep the light bulbs and they'd send the book for free. So now I have enough light bulbs to last me until the year 2050.
That's a win-win. Free light bulbs and your book. It's funny how these companies handle mistakes. Sometimes it's cheaper for them to just let you keep the wrong item than to pay for the shipping to send it back.
It really is. It's a strange economy we live in, but I think it shows how much they value customer loyalty. They know that if they make the return process difficult, you'll never shop with them again.
Exactly. And in a world where there are a million other places to shop, reputation is everything. One bad experience can lose them a customer for life. That's why I always read the return policy before I buy anything expensive. If they make you pay for return shipping, I usually look elsewhere.
That's a great piece of advice. I've definitely been burned by that before. I bought a jacket that didn't fit and it cost me almost $15 to ship it back. At that point, the deal I got wasn't a deal anymore.
It's those hidden costs that get you. Speaking of deals, what do you think about the big shopping holidays like Black Friday or Cyber Monday? Do you actually find good stuff, or do you think it's all just hype?
Honestly, a bit of both. I think some of the deals are real, but a lot of times stores raise their prices a month before just so they can lower them for the sale. I usually keep an eye on things I actually need for a few months. If the price actually drops on Black Friday, then I'll buy it. But I don't just buy things because they're on sale.
You're much more disciplined than I am, Mike. I get sale fever. I see a big red 50% off sign and I start thinking, well, I'm basically losing money if I don't buy this, even if I didn't want it 5 minutes ago.
That's exactly what they want you to think. It's all psychological. They create this sense of urgency. You know, those little countdown timers? This deal expires in 2:45. It makes you panic and click buy without thinking.
I hate those timers. They stress me out so much. I've definitely fallen for them before. But I'm getting better. Now if I see a timer, I purposefully close the tab and walk away. If I still want it later, I'll find it somewhere else. It's my little way of fighting back.
I love that. Taking the power back. So looking ahead, where do you think online shopping is going? I've seen things about virtual dressing rooms where you use your camera to see how clothes would look on you.
I've tried a basic version of that for glasses. You upload a photo of your face and it puts the glasses on you. It's not perfect, but it gives you a general idea of the shape. I think if they could do that for clothes, like a 3D model of your body, it would solve the sizing problem forever.
That would be a game changer. No more returning 3 different sizes of the same pants. And I've heard about drone deliveries becoming more common. Imagine ordering a pizza or a new pair of headphones and having a drone land in your backyard 10 minutes later.
It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But it's actually happening in some places. I'm not sure how I feel about drones buzzing all over the city, though. It might get a bit loud and crowded in the sky.
True, and I can only imagine the drone crashes that might happen. Sorry, I'm late, Sarah. A drone dropped a toaster on my car.
That would be a very 2026 excuse. But hey, that's the world we're moving toward. High tech, high speed, and high convenience.
It really is. But I think at the end of the day, no matter how much technology we have, we'll still have those moments of, why did I buy this? And wait, this isn't what I ordered. It's just part of the human experience now.
Totally. Online shopping is a tool, and like any tool, you just have to learn how to use it right. Use the reviews, check the return policy, and maybe, just maybe, don't buy anything after midnight.
Words of wisdom, Sarah. Words of wisdom. I think I'll go home and delete that egg peeler from my memory now.
Good luck with that. And maybe give it to someone for Christmas as a joke.
That's a brilliant idea. My brother is definitely getting a professional egg peeler this year. He's going to be so confused.
I love it. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap things up for today. This has been such a fun conversation. I feel like I've learned some things, and I've definitely felt better about my own shopping mistakes.
Me too. It's always good to know you're not the only one falling for the free shipping trap or buying weird stuff at 2 a.m.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me today, Mike. It's always a blast.
Anytime, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
And thank you to everyone listening to Nighttime Mics. We hope you enjoyed this dive into the world of online shopping. Remember to shop smart, read those reviews, and don't let the countdown timers get to you.
Definitely. And if you have any funny online shopping stories, we'd love to hear them. Maybe we can share some in a future episode.
That would be awesome. Until next time, stay curious and have a great night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.